Good evening, Random Mania, and welcome to the Legend of Zelda Randomizer Random Percent Tournament. Here we have Game 1 between RaikouRider and the Amazing Toaster. I am DH Stom, and joining me tonight is my broadcast partner, XRB. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine there, DH. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Can't wait for you to get started. This is an elimination match. Both of these fine runners unfortunately ran into some trouble in the top bracket. RaikouRider, after beating Catastrophe, ran into Eat My Steel, and Amazing Toaster unfortunately fell in to Captain Green. So no shame in losing to those runners, and now they're facing off against each other.
Absolutely not. And we have go.
Okay. So we have full Triforce. Wow. Okay. Right away. This is going to be crazy. And we have starting Raft and starting Power Bracelet. We might have a short match. And looks like the shops are normal. See a regular bomb shop there. Got a heart container on the coast. So either that shuffled normal or just happened to be, what's there. And Toaster's immediately going to check out that East Raft spot while Raikou is going into the Lost Forest.
And it looks like we've got ourselves vanilla secrets as well.
Indeed.
So Raikou heading up towards the fairy fountain while Amazing Toaster is going to check out what east of vanilla.
Indeed. They are on a hunt for that wood sword. It's going to be in an open cave or a pushback cave or possibly an island cave. Although we already saw the east one. So any of the odds...
vanilla spot, because that's a 50-50 roll itself.
Absolutely. That's one of the first places you want to check. And Raikou is headed in that direction. Toaster's not far behind. Getting shot by moblins, though.
Arrows everywhere. And
I was looking at Toaster's screen wrong, and he was not as close as I thought. Raikou finds a secret, so we have a shuffled sword. And Toaster has found a dungeon at Vanilla 2 spot. And this feels an awful lot like maybe Second Quest 3. I could be wrong.
Well, we did get a bait block already, so that could possibly be Second Quest 3.
Yeah, it does. It is First Quest Overworld. And that was obviously not the regular palette.
So we do got randomized palettes, so we can't go off of that.
Yep.
But yeah, it definitely could be 2 or 3 Second Quest.
Yeah, it could have been Second Quest 8. It's hard to say. Raikou finds a candle shop at the Blue Ring shop spot. And Toaster is trying to screen scroll to get over and search that northeast corner area.
I think Amazing Toaster forgot he had a power bracelet because he did not try looking in that spot.
Oh yes, that is a miss. So might do that on the way back. Also still has no bombs at this point. Didn't buy bombs at either of those shops, even though it's 170 rupees at this point.
Maybe he's saving up for a potential boomstick or something expensive.
Another thing to point out is that we do have all the same text. Oh, we did find a bomb to buy. But we are going to need that book in order to understand any hints at this point. And Toaster finds one of those big secrets. And Raikou finds another. So this
So
pretty much
definitely
confirms that
quest
this
over.
is first quest world.
And Amazing Toaster taking a death up there,
Indeed.
but it's not going to put him back too far behind because he is very close to the start screen anyway. So really no loss.
I would be, and I think Raikou is on his way. Is going to pick up that candle and start burning down the forest. It's already seen that this is a candle up here. Oh my God! Dies to Armos though, and Toaster's going to get his candle though.
Smokey Bear will not approve of this seed.
Mm.
He's candle.
I still does. And Raikou's going to at least pick up some bombs now. And we'll hopefully probably find that candle. But at this point, I think they want to find that wood sword. They're also, if they find level 9, I would not be surprised if they try and win a little bit.
With the full Triforce and Ganon not being guaranteed needed, yeah, I don't see why they won it.
Absolutely.
It's a 50-50 shot that you can get in and win this and before 10 minutes is.
Yeah, I don't know what our shortest match of the tournament has been so far. But depending on how this one goes, I absolutely could be a contender.
So Raikou is going up to where Amazing Toaster is, but he will be able to bomb those now that he's got more of the bombs before Toaster had to wait and buy them at the very. And we got level 9
there. Oh my God! Whoa! But he's failing. I do not like that.
Maybe he's looking for something more than the blue candle for offense. He's got to kill something.
He's got a candle, and enemies look like they might have 0 HP. At least those Octorok burn pretty fast. Yep. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it looks like we have 0 HP enemies as well. I would be 9 in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. Definitely the wooden sword would be king, but I don't know. I mean, you could find a quick red candle that would work just as much.
Yep, and a boomerang, the wand, anything like that absolutely would be very useful. But if you don't need it, you don't need it, and you should at least find out.
So Amazing Toast is going to look at the second raft spot,
and
Raikou takes 8.
And that's it. Wow. So the raft spot had the sword, and now Toaster is going to save and go straight to 9. So that's one of the fun things about this flag set. Like that wood sword can be in any location you can access from the beginning. And since they started with that raft, then that made that an eligible spot for that wood sword. And still killing a few things, not sure why.
Maybe another bomb drop. I don't.
And he's already at 7.
So at 7 minutes and 50 seconds, we are already in 9.
Yeah, and we do have Wizrobes, but thank goodness we also have 0 HP.
And we got ourselves some red bubbles here, so what will that curse be tonight?
Did not find out today. Also, there was a blue bubble in that room, so it wasn't quite as big a deal. Toaster's going to go ahead and pick that extra bombs up. Oh, this is a nice early room to see.
Oh, yeah.
All those blue bubbles.
Got all of those safety rooms.
Yep. This doesn't look like shuffled enemy sets at all. Or like, everything that's been on the overworld looks like it belongs on the overworld, and all these enemies, I believe, are ordinarily together.
No, they're shuffle enemies. They had
Are they?
a bunch of moblins at opening start where you would get your wood sword normal.
Oh, well, I mean, the locations of them are sorry, but I'm talking about the enemy set.
Oh, okay. I missed that
Yeah.
part.
So I'm going to suspect that it looks like you lose your sword beams whenever you get hit by a red bubble. It didn't look like he had any controller issues. Oh, finds a red ring. So that makes it very likely that we have red ring and silvers in 9. Granted, we had a race today where we did have red ring and not silvers in 9. So
Yeah.
Raikou is probably about to find 9 here in just a second. Decides to go ahead and search up first, but the second he searches the room down, he is going to find level 9 as well. Has not actually found that sword, so we'll see if he dies without the sword, though.
Yeah, he needs to head back over to Vanilla 4 there, pick up his stick to go into. And 9's just full of bubbles.
Absolutely.
You have 0 HP enemies, you got the red ring, so I mean you're set with 3 hearts for a while.
Absolutely, yeah. You're not thinking about anything at this point except making sure finding Zelda. I mean, the hints are still not going to help you because you don't have a book. But you want to find if Zelda's room is open or not. Because if it is, obviously that's game.
Now, do we have? I missed. Do we have sword beams on all the time, or?
I have missed that as well. Definitely have sword beams when the hearts are full, but that's pretty normal. So I'll find out. Raikou finds a different. Oh wow! I missed it. The Raikou did not actually keep on burning in the woods. That's really bad for Raikou.
No, he did not. He went down one screen, but he did not go down the second screen.
Oh my goodness, he was so close. He is just burning time. Oh, and that's a soft lock in that Chevy room for Toaster.
Oh, we might have a potential ladder lock to get in Orb Princess.
It's true. Yeah, you never know, and that is the most likely thing to block us at this point beyond Ganon. There's still a possibility of something like a Dig Dogger block. We haven't really seen anything like that so far, though. Yeah, that is Zelda's room, unless there's a. Yeah, that's Ganon required.
That is.
Unless there was a wall master that he didn't check for.
I didn't see one when he went right next to the door, so I think that was Zelda's room.
Yep.
And so we got Ganon required, and that means the bow's required, and the bow can be in any dungeon right now.
Absolutely. It also means that silvers are required, and so Toaster's going to start checking some of these staircases.
So what do you... So...
Yeah, and Jake Coper pointing out in chat, we still don't know if the ordinary item spots are shuffled or not, and so if that was level 1 that Raikou found and bailed on, then that was not the greatest play. But Raikou has not yet found 9 or sword, so it's understandable that diving a non-level 9 dungeon might not be on Raikou's mind. Okay, so someone in chat is actually claiming that Raikou did see 9. He immediately bailed. Wow, okay.
I completely missed it. I was actually looking on AmazingToaster's side there.
It's kind of hard not to look at Toaster's screen right now, considering everything going on.
And I think we have permanent sword beams on, too, from what I just saw.
Okay. Well, Raikou, I don't think is thinking about the fact that that sword can be on the island. that he started with that raft. He has found the darkest dungeon. And not going to get far in that. Well, he actually could clear that door just by leaving, but he decides to go back. And I wonder if he's going to dive now. No, it looks like he's going north. And Toaster is getting some really great coverage of this level 9 so far. He's probably got just about half of it explored at this point, so maybe not quite. It doesn't. I don't think I've seen any push walls at this point.
No, I have not either. But more he digs out this 9, more. I mean, Raikou's already found where the bow could be at, so we do know that. We do know silvers
we do need silvers.
Reds. Yeah.
We don't know that silvers are in 9. That is not confirmed yet.
That's true. That is true.
Okay, we are now getting told there have been push walls in 9. So that shows you that I just missed it when that happened. Oh, they're guaranteed in Second Quest 9.
And we are dealing with Second Quest, definitely. I mean, that is Second Quest. And I think Raikou forget that he's Oh wait, this is Overworld 1. This ain't mixed Overworld. Never.
It is not mixed Overworld. Yep. So yeah, no, there's no reason to check that spot in the repeating screen for the power bracelet. And that must be a hint that Raikou is not able to understand. And he is, I think, really starting to get frustrated by his inability to find a sword at this point. There are not that many open caves left, and he is on his way to check out Death Mountain. It's just an unfortunate error so far that he was not thinking about that raft.
Yeah, he went to the East Coast raft spot, and
oh shoot! Oh, and there's some of them more of those push doors. I don't think Raikou has checked the east side. I think Toaster is the one that checked both. Because Toaster checked it almost immediately. He went right up the coast at the beginning, where Raikou actually went into the Lost Woods. And Raikou has found the level. No one wants to go in an ice palace, no matter what game you're in. Fortunately, Fred has not actually programmed in any ice physics yet.
Please do not plant a seed.
Not only do I want ice physics, but I also want ice physics to be something the red bubbles can trigger. Because I'm a very cruel person. And you can tell I just commentate. I don't actually competitively play. I do play casual. Toaster is running out of runes, but he might have just found it. Picks up a second key, and there's those silver arrows. So Toaster has now gotten everything out of 9 except the princess, and is going to be trying to find that bow. Specifically going to try and find level 1, I'm sure, just in case that flag is off for shuffling the locations of items.
Do we actually know that? We haven't really picked up anything that would tell us.
We've spent very little time in dungeons besides 9 at this point.
And AmazingToaster getting a Y force.
That was not what he was looking for.
And he's actually going to go up and he's going to find that bait block.
I don't know if we know if it's full second or not.
I think it is.
Yep.
Full second.
Yep. I thought that felt like Second Quest 3, and yeah. So. Oh, Raikou's doing it. He is making the play. He has made it over the island, and he's going to finally get that sword at nearly 20 minutes into this seed, which is hilarious because Toaster has nearly full cleared 9 20 minutes into this seed. And Raikou has some catching up to do.
The problem of frustration, which anybody would.
Yeah, and Raikou is definitely looks like he's going straight to 9 now.
And AmazingToaster getting our first take any.
Indeed. And that is a vanilla first quest spot. So there's that might be a coincidence. It might not be. And level 3 actually has an early bait block, so they're going to have to get bait in order to get free far in that.
And we might have potential vanilla take any roads too.
It would not surprise me at this point.
AmazingToaster isn't going to check out the rest of those roads. He's going to go on and find out.
East grass spot's not ordinarily a take any, so that doesn't really tell us anything. Sorry, responding to comment in chat. The 4 take any's, one is near the start, one is in Death Mountain, and one is near the East Ferry, and one is right here in the Lost Hills.
And one over and by the graveyard.
Yes, that's the one in Death Mountain. Yes.
Oh, I guess that would be Death Mountain area too. You know, it's just so satisfying seeing Wizards go down in a single hit.
It really is.
No matter how many times you see it, it's just so satisfying.
Indeed. Yep. And can't help but wonder, like, if I think that they saw level 8. I would actually be tempted to dive 8 pretty quick just to see about the book and the any key. I think both of those might be very powerful things to pick up early. Don't know what Raikou's doing right now. He's definitely trying to see if Zelda's open still. I don't think he's actually gotten that. And Toaster is clearing up, has found another dungeon.
Now, this could be... My knowledge of second quest, the dungeons are still vastly...
This does definitely feel like either 7 or 8.
Oh yeah, that could be the bottom row of 8 wrapping around.
Yeah, I'm tempted to say this is 8. Although he just warped north. So that's not it. Actually, I'm going to say this probably feels like 4. This feels like the bottom row of 4, maybe. Second quest 4? It's a big D? Also, not a bad place to check out. Oh, yeah. And there's the book. That tells us a lot right now, because we have second quest. So that's going to open up all the hints. That's great. It is an atlas as well. And that actually tells us what we're really looking for is actually level 5, not level 1.
And I believe 4 is the vanilla second quest book dungeon. So we could be dealing with unshuffled. We are definitely dealing with unshuffled items.
It feels very likely. It's not 100% confirmed yet, but I'd put money on it at this point. And so that makes 5 a very valuable Z to find. Meanwhile, Raikou is continuing his quest. And this is also like having second quest dungeon, having that atlas. That's absolutely amazing at this point for Toaster. Pun not actually intended for once. Because you can dive into this dungeon and immediately see, nope, this is not the one I need.
Yeah, this is where not having mentors is no longer really needed.
Yeah.
Which, anytime I get a choice, I always have dungeon numbers turned on, because trying to just sit there and scratch your head what dungeon this is wastes so much time.
Yeah. And it's just absolutely fun when you get dungeon numbers turned off in full shapes, because you don't know. There's ways of telling, but it's difficult. And they don't have any unbeaten dungeons though, so I don't understand why the recorder would help them with that. They started with full. Yeah. Yeah, no, if it goes to beaten dungeons that are random, then that would be incredibly useful. We seem to have vanilla text, by the way, once we did get that book, that thesaurus translation. So far, I haven't seen anything except vanilla. Well, there is that level 2. And Toaster is not going to dive that yet.
I mean, that would give him his recorder, and he could just go right straight to 5 if he did just do that. But he's going to carry on and try to find the old-fashioned.
Well, there's a lot of flags for that recorder. So having that flag that has it go to beaten dungeons, non-vanilla, is only one of a couple of options. I don't know if that's if they're a 25% chance for all those, but I actually don't think it's such a bad play to not go after that yet.
Oh, and that one was actually 8 there on the corner.
Okay, yeah.
So then the other one that looked like 8 had the same palette as 8 was probably 7 then.
Yep. Oh, that was 7.
Oh. Please disregard what I just said.
Okay, and that is either the white sword is bomb upgrade, so no sword upgrades, that's guaranteed, and 4 wasn't enough, or that was the magic sword, sorry, wrong game, the magic sword upgrade, and definitely not enough hearts for that.
Either way, we will not be seeing any sword upgrades, which doesn't matter when everything dies to a single love tap.
Sure. Granted, we haven't seen bosses, and we certainly haven't seen Ganon. But yeah, they're going to be fine. And Toaster especially, considering has picked up that red ring. And Raikou, and speak of the devil, has found the devil's ring, confirming at least the very likely is the right play to stay here. I have not actually seen if Raikou has seen Ganon or Zelda's room yet, but I feel like has probably gotten close at this point.
Yeah, it was only a few rooms in actually when you walk in.
Yeah, and I think it was on the left side.
That's vanilla text, definitely.
Raikou continues and has found the compass. So if he didn't know where Zelda's room is, definitely does now. It's actually on the right side. I was wrong. And doesn't look like he's actually checked that out because he is going straight there. Can't bomb in.
And he's going to get the
worth a
bad
shot.
news.
He's gotta get the blue bubble to get that sword beams back. Gonna try and bomb in this way. That's not gonna work. And that does bomb. And he's gonna clear out this room and see the bad news. That Ganon is required.
Yep, and he's going up a.
No, because he's thinking about the silver still. So, Toaster just passed up on the hints to buy. I'm not sure I would have done that. I don't know for sure if the hints would have been vanilla or not, but it was worth 5 to find out. Unless that's already set. They are vanilla? Okay.
Yeah.
That will not
They're
help
vanilla prices, then the hints are useless, pretty much.
Okay, I didn't know that was all together. I continue to learn.
And even if you purchase the hint, it's a 50-50 shot that they're lying to you.
It's true. Or not. Those are the options.
And if it's even just deceptive, it's a 50-50 shot because they will tell the truth sometimes. So I don't bother with hints, but that's why I'm out of the tournament probably.
And I probably would follow them blindly, which is why it's probably good that I'm not in the tournament.
But this is like the first flag set where you really can't prepare for anything because you don't know what's coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, you're used to be able to get the flag set, practice it, but with this, it's like there's nothing you can prepare for ahead of time because every single one is different.
Yep. But you're in the same boat as your opponent, and so sometimes luck is a pretty big factor in these, and sometimes it's not. And Raikou, I think, is diving 8. And Raikou is no longer diving 8.
That was 7, I believe. We messed up on earlier.
I said 7, and anyone who says otherwise is, I don't know. Haha, I'm kidding.
We just know he was in a dungeon greater than 5. We'll go that way.
That is 6. Because what we're looking for is a big Z, which, or if you're in Canada, a big Z. I won't go what that means in other countries at that point. We could go for a while that way. We do not have 0 HP bosses. Raikou is killing that Patra. All of its minions are regular enemies, went down in one shot. But the main Patra seems to have rolled up and took a bit. And immediately runs into that room that you need a ladder for.
We still don't know if Ganon's ladder blocked, actually. We just know that Zelda's in her own room. Ganon can possibly be in a Chevron room, which would be awesome.
It would be. Now, they have, at least one of them has found 6. So, and I believe that that's where the ladder is in Second Quest, if memory serves. So that is something they might want to consider. But yeah, they are both continuing to hunt and trying to find level 5 at this point. We are over 30 minutes into this seed, which we thought had a legit chance to only be 10 minutes.
Well, that's just bonus time for everybody.
Absolutely.
Jet seeds are fun once in a while, but when it's that short, nah.
Yeah.
We didn't get.
Because at that point, like you win, you know it's because you just got lucky. You chose the right path and somebody else didn't. Let's see, Raikou finds the heart container in the Triforce room here in level 5.
So we do
toasters in 5.
Oh,
there we go. And that's not the room. Oh shoot! Again.
Do you remember what dungeon is the ladder in second quest? I'm trying to remember.
I believe it's 6.
So we do gotta pretend. So we do need to probably hit 6 up if we do get that lovely Ganon ladder block Ganon.
That would be it. I don't remember if there's many ladder blocked rooms in second quest 9 though, natively. I know there's some. Garion is saying that Ganon is not ladder blocked. It is likely that Ganon is in his room. I know that Zelda's room was only approachable from the bottom. Let's see. That heart is not attainable because it's across a river. And that's the thing. Level 5 looks pretty straightforward, but there's actually 2 sets of staircases in vanilla for second quest 5. And so that's going to be a lot that you have to check out. And don't be surprised if you run into a block and can't get further. And there's another.
Got another one, and
well, that room there. Oh, now that's an interesting thing. We might have needed to listen to Jay Coper's advice after all, in case the bow happens to be recorder blocked by that dig dogger.
That could be interesting. That definitely could be interesting if that is a dig dogger blocked bow.
And we found yet another staircase. And that dropped the compass, so that is absolutely not going to be a push block room.
Meanwhile, Raikou finished off his Aqua Minutes.
Oh, I missed that there was a shutter door in that room with the dig dogger, so that's very likely. Yeah, and so that's pointing to this room as either it's got to be the. Yeah, that'll answer it. And there's the bow. AmazingToaster is now fully armed and ready to go back to 9, and it's definitely his race to lose. Yep. Pretty much at the back of that dungeon. It's interesting because Raikou actually is diving 6 on the off chance that that ladder is required. But all signs point to it not being the case.
No, we did have a little bit of a divergence needed for Ganon, but alas, no, it's probably going to be done here shortly.
And there's Ganon in his room. And does he have health today? No, he does not.
Paper Ganon.
Yep. Ganon-shaped pinata filled with the goodie that is the Triforce of Power. And Toaster is just a few short rooms away. And, yeah.
Get your GGs in chat.
And looks like it's going to be a sub 40 seed for Amazing Toaster here. And Raikou is probably not going to be terribly surprised, but still going to be like, really?
All right. And Amazing Toaster with the official SRL time of 39 minutes and 34 seconds is your winner for the evening. Get your GGs out.
And has joined us. So GG's Amazing Toaster.
And Raikou has forfeited, and he will shortly as well.
Not terribly surprising there. Yeah. And Raikou has also joined us.
For a seed that started us with 8 Tringles, it really made us work.
Yeah. We were sitting there thinking, you guys found 9. Both of you didn't immediately dive 9 swordless. So Jay Coper may have implied some things about your. I'll let him do that. But we thought it still might, even with that sword, be a sub 10 seed at that point. And by the way, that sword, Raikou.
See my race comment.
Okay. I don't see the race comments, but I'll leave that to someone else.
That comment says, forgot Overworld wood sword blocks was a thing.
Yeah, those were 2 things. I went for the 2 raft spots pretty early.
And Raikou did not.
I looked everywhere else first because I just forgot it was a thing. What dungeon was Bo in? Probably one I never found.
It was in 5.
Yeah, so we actually had vanilla items.
Yeah, it was full second quest dungeons with vanilla item spots.
Was one at Vanilla 1?
No, that was
2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, did I also mention I hate 2Q? You want to know how many seeds I've done with full 2Q dungeons?
How many?
About
1.
as many as me.
Oh.
1.
Oh no.
No.
I my last series I had I think I had a half one against Captain Green, but the rest of them are all full second quest. So I've played a lot of second quest dungeons in this tournament so far.
I think that hasn't even been what's frustrated me so far. What's frustrated me is the number of Blitz 9 seeds I've had. I've had, I think, the least number of starting Triforces I've had all tournament has been 6.
Oh wow, this is the first tournament seed I've had with more than maybe 3.
This is my 3rd seed in the tournament, I believe, with full Triforce from the start. And it's getting frustrating.
Well, you do have some power over the seed for the flags that happen next. I don't know if that's one of the options or not, but you definitely have some flexibility. Do you have any idea on what you're going to choose for game 2?
One of 2. I have one of 2 in mind. I'm either thinking Shapes Dungeons like I have been, or 0 Triforce start. If I don't know if that's allowed.
I'm not sure you can adjust the Triforce numbers.
But forcing Shapes would certainly make sure that you don't have to face off the second quest dungeons. Although I would definitely recommend, if you're moving forward in this tournament, that you might want to study some of those maps. It's going to be a very valuable skill set as things move forward.
I mean, I know what the second quest like. I'm familiar with the shapes in passing. So like once I see the map, I know what dungeon I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. And one of the things that really helped Toaster out when he started hunting for that bow is he found level 4. And he pretty quickly found the book in it. And that book was not only a thesaurus, but it was also an atlas. And also was a pretty big indicator that we did have Second Quest vanilla items. So basically just told them everything. So Toaster was able to just dive into dungeons at that point.
I picked that book up I picked that book up when I saw it, and I was like, okay, if this is 4, then I'm gonna find 5.
Yep.
If this is second, like I know the Second Quest vanilla items as well. It's just the only item that I found the entire time was the red ring.
Right, which is its own different thing. Yeah.
If I had found one item, then I probably could have pieced together what was going on. Just every dungeon I tried going into until I went into 6, I just got immediately ladder blocked.
Yep. Yeah, it was just bad luck on that. It's a 7 and 8, and then even a few of the earlier ones. And then of course that bait block in 3. Never saw what was past that, but now we know that it was just a boomerang. So, all right.
Yeah, I just checked it real quick. The Triforce pieces cannot be turned on or cannot be changed whatsoever. So,
Shapes dungeon's good for me.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. Do you guys have your second match scheduled yet?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night.
Okay. No, not gonna wait long at all. That's great.
Yeah, it's tomorrow night, and I've got another match that day too.
Mm. Anything else on this seed? It was a pretty straightforward one. There was a lot of vanilla in it once you start uncovering everything.
Just I hate 2Q. That's all it was about this one. I just really don't care for 2Q.
I'm right there with you that I hate Second Quest as much as anybody else.
Toaster, anything from our winner?
Nope, just good luck tomorrow night. Guess we won't be dealing with Second Quest 8. That's the only dungeon I really hate out of Second Quest most.
And it has earned it. Second Quest 4 is also not necessarily super fun. But yeah, it's definitely nice. Granted, like who knows what you're going to get with shapes? You could get a whole bunch of nasty.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Toaster. Did you forget you had the power bracelet for a while there? Because you
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't think. I didn't think about it for a while that I had that, and so when I finally checked, I was like, "Oh, okay, these are any roads. I'm good."
Yeah, it turned out you didn't need it at all, but it was just kind of one of those things that was like you were doing a kind of a wrap, and it was like, why didn't you just check that one spot?
Yeah, it didn't dawn on me until I picked up the sword. I'm like, oh, I have the power bracelet too. I could have checked those.
It didn't end up being something that really affected your game. It was just, as you said, the vanilla take any. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. Thank you to Garion for tracking for us. Thank you, Randomania, for hosting. We're going to head on over to Randomania 4 to check out Elendar versus Almighty Bobino. Also, thank you so much for commentating with me, XRB.
Thank you very much as well. And that's actually was Nochibata who did our tracking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Our restreamer.
Okay.
And
thank you, Nochi.
Everyone, give these two racers a follow. They gave us one heck of a race.
Absolutely. And come on back tomorrow and check out Game 2. And we're going to keep on having this. I love this tournament personally. So I am excited to see Game 2. I'm excited to see the rest of these matches.
And it's just going to get better from here on out. So Everyone stick around. We still got a couple matches for the rest of the night. And we got a full card tomorrow as